This is the Deviant Moon Borderless edition by Patrick Valenza, and I've talked about his other deck, the Triophony deck that I have. It's the purple one. This one is by US Games, and he did the borderless one because some people really like borderless cards, and I prefer this one over the bordered one. This one, the cards seem a little, the artwork is there, and it's nice. I love his artwork. And this one is copyright 2013. I've heard some people cannot stand his work. They don't like it. I think it's interesting. If you like anything regarding the moon, these characters that he's put together, I think they're fascinating, strange, kind of creepy, but that's him, and I like that. It's interesting. It's very stylized. Here it says, stylized characters and moonlit dreamscapes draw you into the luminescent world of the Deviant Moon Tarot. The special Borderless edition highlights Patrick Valenza's stunning artwork and allows readers to connect more deeply with the evocative tarot imagery. Let's open it up. Let's see, have I mixed all these up? I think I have. Yeah. So I actually won't go into the cards. I'm just going to talk about the cards and some thoughts. So here's the little white book. Basic, very basic book. The back of the cards is reversible. And if you notice, they're not terribly shiny. And here's something about Patrick Valenza. He earned his MA from SUNY Stony Brook, lived on Long Island. Teacher, storybook illustrator. His hobbies still include tiptoeing through 18th century New England graveyards, as well as exploring abandoned buildings. That's pretty cool. So, I've actually, have I shuffled this deck? I think I briefly shuffled it. So, there's some interesting things about this deck that I think people should pay attention to. One, the borderless aspect of it is, it really does immerse you into them. It's beautiful. And the fact that it's not terribly shiny, there's like a matte finish on it, is very nice indeed. And the card stock, it's US Game Systems. They know what they're doing. Oh. Two of Cups. Kind of creepy. Yeah, this deck, it's very usable. It feels very nice. But again, some people just don't like the artwork, and I don't understand that, but everybody's different. That's okay. It's kind of cartoony, kind of cool. Did I shuffle the Major Arcana? Oh, there we go. Let's look at the Major Arcana. Might as well. Let me sort them really quick. And that way I'll just go over the Major Arcana, not the Minor Arcana. So it's been a while since I actually touched this deck and actually worked with it, but I found it worked for me. So here's the Fool, and the Fool is actually, he's in water, and there's fish biting him, fish biting his leg. Kind of creepy face. Here's the Magician with 4 arms. Each arm is in a different element, a different suit. Shadows. Remember, the Magician is the gatekeeper to sort of the other side. And those shadows, kind of interesting, but he's also a performer. So those shadows could be people watching. The High Priestess. Looks like Cruella de Vil. The bare feet. The Empress. Naked. With, looks like 2 sets of breasts. The Emperor. He's a sassy one with his hand on his hip in royal colors. He also has his foot on a little creature. Doesn't seem like a very likable character, and I think that might be why some people don't like this deck, because the characters, they're creepy, and they're not as happy as maybe they could be. The Hierophant. The Lovers. Snake is biting the guy's leg. The Moon is sort of, it's like I'm like caught under the spell of the moon. Chariot, it's a big head. They also have sort of a steampunk air to them. Not completely steampunk, but steampunk-esque. Justice. If you're a fan of his work, definitely check out his website. I mean, he's got a lot going on. He has oracle decks that are nice that I don't have that because I'm not really into oracle decks. But he's also, this tarot deck has different versions, including the special edition ones. And I do know that he sells a lot of them on eBay. And they're usually signed by him. The one I have, the Triofone, is signed by him. I think he sells prints as well on the website. Prints as in art prints, not Prince as in the singer. Hangman. It's interesting, the watch. Yeah, I think a lot of people they look kind of creepy. So here, the 13th card is not named. Bulbous belly, breasts, horse's head, or creature's head. It's almost like a wasteland too, with lots of smokestacks, pollution. Temperance. And the fact that these are not human, these are like images of something otherworldly, and I think some people may not connect with that. I think it's fun though. It's fun to use a deck like this. Very interesting, very pointy devil. The Tower. Looks like the Death Star is zapping it. Here we have one falling, one that has fallen. It hit. But here we have an entrance to the tower. No crown. The Star. The Sun. There's the wall. The sun. The sun here is nice because it's kind of faded. The Moon, which is the card that's usually featured on I think the regular deck. So this one is not traditional. So we have no dogs, we have no crab. We have sort of these people being controlled by the moon, like a puppeteer would do it. And so the whole idea of the deck is the influence of the moon, what lies underneath in us. So that sort of tinge on the deck may not agree with everyone, but people say, when there's a full moon, there's more crime, or people act strange, or full moon madness, and I think that's really, I don't know if there's anything to that, but this deck definitely sort of feels that way, like the moon, the deviant moon, is controlling us. The moon is not pure. Here's Judgment. And the World. Interesting little creatures with a mermaid. With the blue. The fish. There. So that's the major arcana. And the minor arcana I'll just leave. A lot of people are, this deck is not new. A lot of people are already familiar with it. But the Borderless edition, yeah, it's good. It's a good deck. I like it. I like the size of it. I mean, it's long. I love longer decks that are kind of narrow. They're very easy to hold. Yeah, that's here's the title card. Borderless edition, and it's still in print, easy to find. But maybe it's worth a second look if you haven't looked at it already. All right. Thanks for watching.